Hi, good morning. Alexandra Lopez, immigration attorney here, and I want to talk about one of the most frequently asked questions that I get when doing a consultation for a marriage-based green card. And that question is, how much does my sponsor need to make? Now, I want to talk a little bit about this topic because what most people don't understand is that the amount that your sponsor has to make is a sliding scale. In other words, it's not set. It is based on the number of people in your family or dependents claimed on your tax returns. So what I mean to say is that if your sponsor is your U.S. citizen spouse, for example, and you have 0 children, the amount that your U.S. citizen spouse has to make is lower than, for example, if you two had 2 children together. Because if your U.S. citizen spouse is petitioning for you, then that is only a family of 2, right? And so the income amount is a lower amount needed to support you. Now, that being said, if you are a family of 4, that income threshold is going to go up. So it's difficult to ask this question without reviewing the sponsor's tax returns, understanding the family dynamic, who they claim on their tax returns as dependents. If any of you have, if you have children together or even outside of the marriage that you are supporting. So there is no set amount. I would say the minimum threshold amount for a family of 2, in other words, you have no children, the sponsor's just petitioning for you, is around $28,000. That being said, it's also important to note that if your sponsor does not meet that income threshold amount, you can seek a joint sponsor. Common misconception is that that joint sponsor needs to be a family member. The joint sponsor does not need to be a relative. The only rule is that the joint sponsor is a U.S. citizen or permanent resident. Now, keep in mind the income amount is going to take into account the joint sponsor's family size. So if they're supporting a family of 7, they're going to need to make more than what your initial sponsor would have needed to make if it's only a family of 2. So it can get somewhat complicated, and there is no one-size-fits-all answer.